Hey, yo, clap it. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yo, what's up? How you doing? My name is Hero. This is Coding with Strangers, and I want to talk about something. Uh, you want to know what's like the fear? The fear is that AI companies are gonna create these AI bots to replace people, then fire the people that created the AI bots, and then they're going to increase the price of the product, even though it's taking them less to create said product. And that's the fear, right? That's the fear of AI. AI replacing people, and then these companies just jacking up the prices anyway. And a lot of companies promised us that wouldn't be the case. A lot of companies said, "Hey, we're not going to do that. We're not doing that. That's not what we're going to be about. We're honorable, reputable, como se dice, merciful, benevolent kings and queens. We will never do that." And then Canva comes along. And this is going to truly be a tale of what's to come. And while I'm not really sure how we can handle this stigma, I just want people to know that there's no scenario where your job can be done by a robot that they're going to keep you around. You have two choices. You either learn how to talk to said robot so that you can be in charge of them, or you figure out how to make better robots. Because you're not going to outwork them. We've seen robots replace factory workers. We've seen even when the rail press was invented, they had a whole competition. The robot versus the homeboy. Who was the dude with the hammer? And he was trying to make a railroad track faster than a railroad press. So those are your two choices. The sooner you figure out which one you want to fall into, the better off you will be. Because today, 2024, they are already replacing people. And the truth is, they're increasing the price. They're increasing the price. Something that cost them less to make now, they've increased the price of. So we gotta start preparing ourselves. So let's get into this article. We're talking about TechCrunch. This is from Cal. Canva, the design platform, is increasing prices steeply for some customers, and it is blaming the move in part on generative AI. They're blaming it. They're not even saying, "Oh, we're doing this because we got to offset." No, they're saying generative AI is the reason we're increasing the price. But generative AI was supposed to make everything cheaper, I thought. Let's dig in. In the US, some Canva team subscribers on older pricing plans are seeing a sticker price for a 5-person plan jumping from $119.99 per year to $500 per year. $500 per year? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is with a 40% discount for the first 12 months. And if you get that discount, in Australia, meanwhile, the flat rate of $39 AUS, about $26 per month fee in American dollars, up to 5 users has been raised by $13.58 US each. On an individual user basis, Canva's team prices are now $100 per person, or $10 a month per person, with a minimum of 3 people required for a team plan. Those prices were quietly changed earlier this year for new customers, but now the company is changing the price for customers who previously paid a lower price. The price change do not apply to Canva Pro or Enterprise tier. The statement to TechCrunch, Canva spokesperson confirmed the new price point and pointed to the company's growing suite of generative AI tools, including Magic Studio, as a reason for the adjustments. They also noted that some Canva customers had been locked into lower prices that Canva no longer offers. Canva quietly changed the terms pricing earlier this year for $10 per month for each user. So imagine you sign a contract. AT&T tried to do this to me once. You sign a contract, you get a deal of a lifetime. You were probably one of those earlier adopters that grabbed it back in the day before Canva was even profitable. You grabbed it, you held on to it, and now they just quietly, they didn't make an announcement. They didn't ask you if you want to change. They didn't say, hey, let's give these people who supported us in the beginning the benefit of the grandfather clause. They just upped everyone's prices. And it seems diabolical to do so. AT&T tried to do this to us before they were cellular. Back when they were cellular, they bought the cellular company, and then all of a sudden US Cellular, and then they try to say, oh, we got to up your price. Nah. You could have let us break our contract, but you didn't. So you either let us keep our thing or you break our contracts. And then back then, if companies broke the contract, they actually had to pay you. That used to be in the clause. We used to have so many rights before lobbying and bribing the government. Our original pricing reflects the early stages of the product and has remained unchanged for the last 4 years, the spokesperson said. We're now updating the price for customers on this older plan to reflect our expanding product experience. Canva price hikes, which comes as the company readies for IPO, haven't been well received. Unsurprisingly, users took particular issue with the fact that Canva communicated the changes through customer emails instead of publicly, as it has in the past. So they went the quiet route. Instead of making a public announcement, they try to sneak this by. So they're definitely trying to chase IPO. So this is a red flag for you need to seem as lucrative and profitable to your company that's going to probably buy you or your evaluation. And if you don't seem profitable to the evaluators, your profit margin will not be allocated, therefore lowering your IPO pricing, which is crazy, but that's the process. The new pricing is a departure from Canva's roots as the affordable alternative to design softwares like Adobe. I'm not saying you can hack it, but I'm also saying you can't hack it. It may also be a reflection of the startup growing too quickly, too fast. In March, Canva acquired the UK-based graphic design software firm Serif for $380 million, and just in August bought a generative AI image company, Leonardo. And while they're chasing IPO, that's super important, and they're doing this, they're doing that. Let's not forget that they also fired up to, in 2022, we're missing 1,300 employees at the start of 2020 and has nearly tripled to 3,100 employees. So this is what they mean by growing too fast. They nearly almost doubled in less than a year. And then on top of that, still had vacancies for major positions missing in their specific category, and about 180 vacancies. But then later had to come back and fire 10% prior to in 2019. So the fluctuation in employees doesn't really help the situation at all. Their inability to be able to remain consistent is what's really hurting people in this situation. But, we could sit here and talk about the generative AI. We could say that it's the price change, the IPO, or we could simply say it's probably because, Canva was getting investigated for inappropriate behaviors, the CEO, the former executive, and, they had to pay a pretty hefty price in order to get that wiped off the books. So the fuck around and find out methodology is quite an expensive one. And this coming back to haunt them because they wanted to the company has attracted $25 million. So they want to attract a $25 billion valuation, but that lawsuit definitely hurt it back when the CEO was out here doing some dumb shit. But because they chose to take the Microsoft approach, which is integrate AI into their product, Leonardo, right? This is one of the weirder things I've ever heard in my life. Apps that are designed to be creative, such as Adobe, such as Canva, and Adobe has quietly started dropping their AI talks in their product because no self-respecting artist is looking to make artwork with AI assisted. That's not what we want. That's not what anybody wants. And then they say, oh, but it's for people who actually don't have artistic bone in their body. Hey, guess what, asshole? Go hire someone. That means you should go hire someone. Oh, I can't afford it. Then find the money, ass. Go find some money. Broke boy. No, I'm just playing. But that's the process there. Quality work will be acknowledged. So not being able to create quality work probably means you don't have a quality product. Sucks to suck. But at the same time, the fact that you have to increase the prices because you are so desperate to hit IPO, and then to help your IPO evaluation, you bought another software company to help with the artistic and the 3D rendering, but then also an AI company to help with the AI rendering, right? It just creates bloatware. And once again, imagine you're okay with Canva being Canva. So them adding this extra stuff doesn't even benefit you. So imagine being charged or being required to pay more because you don't want all the bloatware that came with Adobe just to find that same bloatware in your new product, and it's a product you didn't even ask for. It's this mindless self-indulgence that really keeps me like up at night when I think about how these individual companies evaluate themselves. But at the end of the day, we know it's about that almighty dollar, so we're not going to be upset about the consequences. But and this is one of the weirder things, it's like almost investing in NFTs in 2024. A lot of people are coming to terms, especially in the art and creative art space, that those images, those likenesses will come back to haunt you. Those companies, there's going to be a bunch of lawsuits, and there's going to be a reckoning with the AI bots that stole people's artwork. And we already know about YouTube videos that are being stolen and used to create artwork. There's definitely going to be a reckoning where these companies are going to have to pay their due diligence for stealing people's artwork. And to know that this Canva is sort of late to the party, like, pump your brakes on AI. A lot of companies are, Microsoft included, 19 billion in the tank, and their product doesn't seem to be bearing weight, right? Those new NPU chips are supposed to keep all the images of everything on, and you can talk to ChatGPT on the Surface. Cool. Azure's supposed to be using cloud infrastructure that can now use integrated AI components. Sounds cool. But people don't feel like it's going to be a benefit to them if they can't keep their proprietary information safe. No one's going to be signing off or signing over information like that without having some securities in place. So it'll be interesting to see how they rebound from this. I'm super curious to know what you guys think about it. Like, share. It's the top of the month. Make sure you subscribe. Don't let a black man fail in this year of our Lord and Savior 2024. I'll see you guys on the other side. Thanks.